Ahoy! It's Scratch Buffalo Chris and
Oha. What was it again?
Yoha
Yaha.
Mark from Scratch Buffalo. And we are in the mixing stage. And so Mark's going to show us some of the things that he's mixed. So we recorded everything, and Mark's gone through and he's mixed the levels. Mark, can you give us just the drums? That's cool.
That's what you asked for.
Okay, just give me the hi-hat. Just the hi-hat.
What? You're making it complicated.
Listen to that. Can we get it louder?
Yeah, that's the...
Listen to the separation, the clean sound. Listen to that. Yeah, it's going to be a hit single. Oh.
There's quite a bit of snare in there.
It is. That's bleed when it picks up. So that's cool. That's the drums. Yeah, that sounds good. So Mark, what did you do to mix it? How do you mix a song? What do you do? What do you do first? Okay, so you've got.
What do I do first when I'm mixing a song?
Yes.
I like to put everything to 0.
So you can't hear anything?
Everything to 0. And then I turn up the kick drum to start until it gets to an acceptable level where it's hitting the limiter, making it go red, and then I back it down a bit. And then I'll bring up the snare drum to match that level. And then I will bring up the other drum mics to match that level.
And then, so you build...
I start with the kick and the snare, and then I build...
And everything matches around them.
Yes, because they should be the loudest or the most present, technically.
Okay, let's just do drums and bass now. So is this what you would mix next, the bass?
No, the bass would never get mixed.
What do you mix next?
Then after that, I would go to the... So once the drums are sounding good, then I would do the main guitars.
Okay.
Which might be a bit quiet, but we can address that. And then since we have the other guitars as well, I would add the beef tracks, as we discussed in the previous video. I would add the beef tracks.
Beef tracks!
And then I would add the bass in, which is here.
Oh, yeah. Get that in ya.
And then I would put on the solo.
Oh yeah, check the solo.
And then I would adjust those levels. And then since we have more drum mics, what I did after is I said, oh, the ride cymbal got a bit lost. So then I would slowly bump up the ride cymbal until I can hear it. Or the hi-hat's a bit quiet, so I can bump up the hi-hat. I actually had trouble with the floor tom getting lost in the mix a lot. So I had to really mess with the volume and EQ on that.
Do you like to do mixing?
I like whatever is free.
Ah.
And then we have interesting things here, like, you remember that stairs microphone that I did?
The microphone at the top of the stairs. I remember it.
So what I did
from
with
part
that
2
microphone, is I just put a really big reverb on it. I don't know if you can hear that, but it just adds ambience.
That sounds awesome.
And then there's the 2 room mics, which we had for the first time. And all I did is put a slight reverb on those because they're already a bit echoey from just the room itself.
Nice.
Yeah. And those were the new fun things that we had. And then so this is the room and the stairs. So it adds just a little bit of... It adds quite a bit actually, the stair mic. It's cool.
Yeah, cool.
Well, we did some other fun things too, like
sweet.
Remember the bass?
Yeah.
Remember the bass? So we had like... So here's just the bass on its own. I don't know how well it's going to come through. But then we added
bass on its own.
So we copied the bass track, and then we made a second track with fuzz, which I put a high-pass filter on at 1000 hertz, just so that the high end would be distorted and the low end would be clean. So I put it at 1000 hertz, which is probably too high, but doesn't really matter.
That's cool. Any other cool things?
I did a So we did a top and a bottom snare drum this time, which is interesting. This is what a bottom snare sounds like, which is cool.
Yeah.
So this is both. So with that off, you can't really tell, but it just adds a little bit more definition.
2 mics on the snare.
So I put reverb on both of them individually, but it got
Phasey.
it got a little bit phasey where it sounded like there was a delay or an echo or something going on. So I decided to do a parent track. So I put the top and the bottom as a child track on those, and then I just put that parent track had the reverb only,
Very
that
cool.
kept it nice and clean. Oh yeah, and then I think that's about it. So this is with the original kick mic, and then here's with the new one. It just adds a bit more heft.
Awesome.
It's just the new mic. It's just heft.
Yeah.
It's drum beef.
Which is very important.
And I think that was about it. I added a little bit of reverb to the beef tracks, only because they didn't have any reverb, because it's an orange amp, and just a little bit. And I did not touch your Fender, because I don't want to. You had reverb on it already, right?
Yeah, the guitar
Sounds
sounds the
good.
same way.
So the guitar is is dry, perfectly dry.
Cool.
Yeah.
So let's show them what we did with the voice. So there's 3 parts of the song. There's a verse, there's pre-chorus, there's a chorus, and a bridge. That makes it 4 parts of this song. So for the verse, we just wanted something cool, with a kind of lo-fi thing. So just show them a little voice. So just some voice. Then you can go to the pre-chorus. So here, want to be dreamy, kind of spacey. Oh, you're in love. Woo! You know, that's the vibe we're going for on this one.
So there is a nice reverb on there,
Yeah.
a delay,
Mm-hmm.
and
A chorus.
That's the chorus, yes.
And then on the chorus, it just goes back to the good cut-through distortion.
Yep.
So just a little delay to make it sound a little cool, little.
Yeah.
And then,
Guitar amp, right?
yeah, we ran that through like a guitar amp setting.
This is
That's backup vocals. Always put your backup vocals through a guitar amp. Next level.
Is this the bridge right here?
Yeah. It sounds cool. We might have to turn the delay down a little bit on that. But that part comes through just your left headphone. And then this part comes through just your right headphone. So you're like, which is supposed to make you feel like you're like, everything was good. And then you like fell into space. And you're like, what's happening?
I think the way you said to take the delay down when it's in the mix.
Sounds good. Yeah, that's good. Actually.
I think on its own it's a bit too
Much.
naked canvas. So it's too wet. Too
Yeah.
much wetness. But in the mix I think it sounds good. Pretty cool. Okay.
Yeah, and so that's the song. It's mixed. Is there anything that you did with this that we could not have done if we recorded everything at the same time? Because we still would have overdubbed guitar. When we recorded at the same time, we still record another guitar track over top.
Yes. We would have got the vocal mic, of course, would have acted as a room mic again, so that any of the effects that we put on your voice would have been applied to all the drums mostly, right? So that would have happened. Yeah, things like copying the bass track and things like that to double it. It would have probably picked up kick drum or would have picked up floor tom, right? So if we doubled it, that would have been really, really present in the mix. So with having the bass separated, we were able to make that fuzz track, which we wouldn't have been able to do before.
When would you recommend someone record multi-track versus when would you say you should record live?
I think all bands should record live until they get to a certain point where they could do something like, we did a whole album live. That's very important.
In 2 days.
Well, it's very important because then you know how to play together, and it means you know the songs. It means that if you can record, that means you play it live well, right?
Yeah.
A lot of bands can go into the studio, and just everyone takes turns and does takes and takes and takes, but then when they play live, it might not be so good, right? So what we've kind of done is I think we've perfected the live sound, and we've just captured that, right, which has been part of it.
Yeah, I think if you go, if it's all on the computer, then you're not recreating anything that ever happened. But if you take, like we've done, like we recorded 61 songs last year. This year we recorded 60 songs live.
Yes.
So we know what sound we like. We know what we're trying to do. So now we have sort of a template of what a direction. All right. So thank you. Great job on this.
Over.
So that's Let's Record a Single Part 4.
Another handshake class failure.
That was a good one.
Wow.
My hand wasn't wet this time. So next week we're gonna have a video for you of this song, and you can download it and stream it and everything. And we will let you have the song early if you sign up to our mailing list. There's gonna be a link in the description. Sign up to the mailing list, you'll get the song before the video comes out. What?
Yo ha.
Oh, all right. That's our